Everyone has their special place, and for me, that place is also a time. 5 hours north, right on the border of Canada, lies the wonderful Lake Kabetogama. Each year, for the last few decades, my family has traveled to this lake for our annual family vacation. For the last 16 years, we've stayed at Harmony Beach Resort and made the cabins there our temporary home. The week at Kabetogama allows me to reset and prepare for the upcoming sports and school year. During this week, I am free from outside distractions and pressures, allowing me to focus on each day at a time. This week, each year, is when I'm at my best. My mom's family began going to Lake Kabetogama when she was just a kid. Over many years and many different resorts, we finally settled on Harmony Beach. We've been staying there almost my entire life. A 6-bedroom lodge and a 3-bedroom cabin provide shelter for all 19 members of my family on that side. Close proximity is something we become very accustomed to during our stay. Because it's vacation, what each day holds is a mystery. There is no planning, no schedules, no bedtimes, and no early mornings. A week in paradise. Usually, my cousin and I attempt to sleep in until we are summoned for breakfast. Breakfast at Cab usually consists of a very large main course and countless side dishes, as well as amazing drinks, including my favorite, apple juice. I sit at the VIP table with my cousins Owen and Margaret and Owen's fiance Taylor. Once we are all filled to the brim with our delicious food, we evacuate the cabin as quickly as possible to avoid cleanup duty. Our day begins. After breakfast, anything is possible. Usually, I go on a kayak ride with some of my cousins or play spike ball with whoever is willing. If the weather is rainy, I retreat to the smaller cabin with a book or a deck of cards. After our morning activities are completed, it is prime time for soaking up the UV rays. So, I grab a book, a towel, and as many snacks as I can find and head to my next destination, the dock. The massive dock at our resort is the primary hangout area for the teenagers in my family. If we aren't laying on the dock, we are swimming in the lake near it, or we're hanging out on the massive raft by the dock. After we sit on the dock and we're super hot, we go on a boat ride, and we can go tubing, skiing, or explore a new island with my grandparents, which is something we started doing with the older cousins a few years ago. The cycle between the dock and the boat continues until dinner. After a day outside, the cousins break and take a shower before dinner. Dinner is similar to breakfast. Huge amounts of delicious food and a fantastic dessert that follows. After dinner, I may possibly go on a fishing trip if I have nothing else to do and if lots of snacks are involved. If I don't go on fishing, I can take a walk with my parents or my little cousins. The night ends with the older cousins playing a game of poker or pinochle, games I've become somewhat decent at after this habit. When my parents finally send us to our bedrooms, I read until I decide I would rather sleep and then go to bed, the heat of the sun still on my skin, and prepared to repeat the day's actions tomorrow. This week at Kabetogama is full of adventure, and the absence of outside pressures, schedules, and people allow me to unwind and be myself. Most people would say they are their happiest and truest selves when they are with a certain group of close friends. For me, those friends are my family members. I open up around my family and my cousins, and I stop worrying about what other people think. Whatever happens at Cab stays at Cab, and besides my family, I will never see anybody there again. And this is kind of comforting for me, especially because I make a lot of stupid, weird decisions and fall into the lake and do weird things there, so it's good I never see those people again. I love being outside, and when you live on a lake for a week, you spend every day outdoors. I love the lake, the boat, and my family, so the combination of these things make for a fantastic, fantastic week. Kabetogama holds a very special place in my heart because of all the memories it is associated with. Some of the most pivotal moments in my life and my craziest adventures have taken place on this lake. Our annual Kabetogama vacation allows me to completely relax and be myself. I don't worry about what other people think because the only people I know there are my family, and they are stuck with me whether they like it or not. This week of freedom brings out the best of me each year. Capitogama's environment and the security of family make for my favorite time every year. I'm Adallia Bruning, and the week at Capitogama is when I'm at my best. Thank you for listening to my speech.